Welcome to Experience West Virginia. We introduce you to our guests and how they love to experience our beautiful state. Today we are talking with Donnie and Leslie about biking in a race to the highest point in West Virginia. We're here this morning with my new friends Donnie and Leslie. And can you tell us, first of all, where are you guys from?
West Virginia.
Oh, so you're not very far away then. I mean, what,
far.
3 hours? Is it 3
Right
hours?
at
Yeah,
3 hours
right
to Durban. Yeah.
Yeah. So what brings you to our neck of the woods?
Riding some of the GRUSK route. The race is coming up in, I think, a month and a week. So we were just pre-riding some of the route, trying to get our legs.
Trying to find the good camp spots.
Yeah.
This is definitely one of them.
So you're doing the long route because there's different
Yes.
levels, right?
Yeah.
We'll go the 260.
The 260 and the 220 both would bring you by this spot too.
Okay.
So the 260, they add on a little bit of length south of the Greenbrier, and then the 220 has you kind of, or not the Greenbrier, but the Greenbank, and then the 220 actually has you cut over at the Greenbank versus going south towards Seneca State Forest, I think. So,
Okay.
Yep.
So you, so there's a 220 and a 260, but there's also different, like
Yeah.
smaller levels,
Oh, yeah.
right?
There's all different
there's
levels. I think
a
up to a
27
20.
miler,
Yeah.
and then maybe a 50 and an 80, depending on how short or long you want to be out there, I guess.
So whenever you do, you actually participated in the GRUSK last year.
Last year I wanted to do the 260, and I started it and had to stop at mile 50 after wrecking a bike and messing up the derailleur hanger, which kind of took me out of the race. So back to try it again this year,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Well, we're excited to see what happens this year. I think we've supported the GRUSK for, I think this is the fourth year that we've supported it, third or fourth year.
Yeah.
And we really enjoy having the racers come through, and we allow them to camp here on the farm. You can primitive and kind of more remote camp down at the Jenningson Bridge. Or you can actually come up here and we let you camp just outside of the bed and breakfast yard and have some extra amenities that, are available. We have the swimming hole you can, jump in, and we also provide food. You just call us in advance and let us know, and we'll make sure that we have supper ready for you. You can stay at the bed and breakfast, or you can just camp, whatever your pleasure is. But
I was
Food's
excited
been
to get
delicious.
to. It has been. I was excited to get to check it out this year. Actually, so before I did wreck, I had a flat tire, and one of the gals, another racer, came up behind me shortly after I flatted to help me. She was like, "Oh, I've got some plugs, so I can give you a plug to fix the tire." And I was talking to her. She was doing the 220, and she said, "Oh no, I go until I get to Martha's or Marsha's."
Yeah.
And and I guess she'd stayed here a couple of times, but she was telling me it was a great spot. So it was on her route, and she was getting here to stay that day.
well, we do like to take care of our hikers and our bikers, and we're kind of in a remote place, so you don't have a lot of support otherwise, and so we do enjoy meeting all the new people and letting you camp and enjoy our area.
Yep.
So when exactly is the GRUSK this year? Is July 13th, is that correct?
July 13th is the Saturday that they'll have all the races except for the 220 and the 260, I think, start either on Thursday or Friday.
Gotcha.
They have it to where you can do a 3-day, give yourself 3 days to do the whole route if you would like. And I think last year they actually let some of the 2-dayers start Thursday anyway, just so they could finish a day earlier.
Gotcha.
Timeline wise, so I don't know if it'll be that way this year or not, but
Well, that's
gives you a
really
little
nice. So
flexibility.
everybody kind of finishes at the same time. That's what they try to work out.
yeah, everybody
So-
finishing on Saturday, and then there's like the party was great afterwards. Just they have a band there and food, and everybody talking about their route and their adventures on the ride, and
Yeah, Travis
Wanting
does
to-
a great job hosting that race.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have never gotten to meet Travis yet. I've talked with him on the phone, and I've emailed back and forth with him, and seems like a really great guy, but we haven't gotten to meet him yet. I've invited him down here. He's too busy.
he and his wife both were there, and they're great, very helpful, really friendly, just really encouraging too. I think to everybody that's coming through about being able to have fun out there on the route.
Yeah, and they do have a lot of supporters. They have to, because a race that's 260 miles, you know, there has to be a lot of support that he has to put in place for something that big.
Yep.
And
Yeah, they've definitely networked, I guess, with different people, because they do have one aid station that's open on Saturday, but then there's obviously, so on that route, you being listed as one of the places for a possible area to stay for the night. And as far as resupply goes, I know Green Bank had, you know, possible water and some snacks and stuff that they might have out even for the early racers. Because I think there was only 16 last year that started on Thursday. But, you know, throughout there's different businesses that they've, you know, networked with and made friends with that really support them.
I think we typically get, I think the most we've had is 5 or 6 campers, just because the 260 miles is a big commitment. And, you know, we get people who come through and they're, you know, they just want a nice place to camp so that they can complete. Non-competitive are usually the ones that we get who enjoy the comfort of the trail, you know, along the way.
Yeah, there's definitely the racers that take it a little bit more serious and they try to go straight through as much as they can.
Yeah.
But that's not us. We're a little bit too old for that.
It's about the journey, not the destination.
Right. So this is a mountain bike race. Is that what it's called? Is it mountain bike or is it gravel
race up Spruce Knob? I guess where GRUSK comes from.
Right.
And there's, I guess it depends on your gravel. It depends on your gravel ride style. Yeah, gravel ride. I guess. For us, it's on par with what we're probably used to thus far from what we've seen of the route, if not nicer gravel roads than what we have back at home. But there are some trails out there that are a little spicier on a gravel bike.
The descent out of Davis.
More mountain bike style.
Yeah. And the mountain bike style is more through the woods. Is that correct? Because I'm not a biker, so
it'd be more single track or rockier, rootier. Maybe you want more suspension for a mountain bike. Then with a gravel bike, you don't have any suspension on the front fork or on the rear.
Definitely a little rockier for a short distance out of Davis.
Yeah, not too far.
Yeah.
So it was maybe a 9-mile section or something.
Yeah, something like that.
But
then a fun downhill after that.
That's right.
So at this point, if we were actually in the race, you have how many miles left to complete?
So it's this is mile 209 on the 260 route. So roughly 50 miles left.
No, 209. Oh yeah, sorry. That's right.
Yeah, so this is mile marker about 209, and then you have 50 more miles to go, and then
51 technically, I guess. Yep.
Yeah.
And you've got the biggest climb.
Yeah. So after you leave here, we were looking at the elevation profile, and there's the majority of the climbing is after 200 miles.
So this is a good place to rest.
That's right.
Get a nice big meal and get ready to go.
Have a nice dip in the river. Some good hot coffee in the morning.
We actually do have a wood-fired sauna. And we have the river, of course, and we have a clawfoot bathtub that we allow guests to, use while they're here or whatever. So, if we have some GRUSK riders, coming in who would like to partake in the sauna and then get a good night's rest before they finish up, then, we'd certainly be happy to help with all of that. We have, different teas and Epsom salts and things that you can put in the bathtub and kind of soak those muscles after you've had a hard day. So we would love to have more stop in and visit, and of course we're certified to teach CPR, first aid, and AED, so we can actually be a first aid station as well. If you get here and you need anything, we're happy to provide whatever needs you may have, because like I said, there isn't much else out here. So we try to be able to help in any way that we can.
It's been a lovely stay.
It has.
Yeah,
and everybody's been really friendly all throughout the area. Yeah,
through the whole trip that you've had. So this being again kind of 200 miles, what's your is there a challenging part that you're like, what would you say look out for during the race whenever you start next month? Is there anything that's a little more treacherous, or is it just it's all pretty.
I'd say
even
just
out.
from the part of the, because we still haven't ridden the whole route, but from the part that we've done, that descent out of Davis, that's just rockier, and
you could have some mechanical issues, flat a tire on that.
it's more 4-wheeler ATV path style, I'd say, where you just have big ruts of mud holes,
Rocky, wet.
So if and because of the mileage, again, probably most of the people would be looking at doing that potentially in the evening.
And you're gonna be tired.
When you're gonna be tired, it's dark,
more
and you're
apt to have
trying to
an
use
accident.
lights. Yeah, and then the descent even down into here, it's gravel with some good switchbacks, and it drops off. So it's one of those you need to be careful and aware. So if you're doing that stuff at night, it can be.
Yeah, definitely some drop offs.
Have to be aware.
Yeah, lots of places actually.
Yeah.
Fast descents with drop offs.
Well, we are so glad to have met you, and we look forward to you guys stopping in next month.
Yeah, we hope to see you then for sure.
Yeah, on your way through, and yeah, we'll be waiting for all the riders to come in, and there may or may not be a cobbler. Sometimes we've actually kind of become known to have like some good food for our GRUSK people.
Oh my gosh, sounds so good.
Yeah, so we'll see what we can do about that.
It's been great, for sure.
So if we don't see you before, good luck.
Thank you.
On your until you get to this point, and then we'll get you all ready to move on. But yeah, so we look forward to seeing you next month.
Sounds good.
Thank
you,
you.
Marsha.
Take care. Thanks for being with us today. If you enjoy our channel, please hit the subscribe button so you don't miss an episode. You can also visit us on Facebook and Instagram, or our website at lrcbnb.com.